This video has been sponsored by the Elder Scrolls Online. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here, and I'd like to welcome you guys to a very special video. Today we are checking out the Elder Scrolls Online and the Thieves Guild DLC. Now, this DLC has already come out for PC and Mac on March 7th, and will be releasing on Xbox One on March 22nd, followed by PlayStation 4 on March 23rd. Now, what we're going to be doing in this particular video is check out the first mission in the DLC, just kind of get a lay of the land. You know, we've spoken to Quen here to get the ball rolling, and we're going to be having some fun today by utilizing this DLC's strong stealth aspect, and it's definitely something that's not common anymore. It's a bit of a dying breed, and I'm a big fan of stealth gameplay, so this will be a treat for me. So after speaking with Quen and getting the mission started, we are going to head to Stormhaven here, and we are going to meet her at the docks like she had said, and we're going to hopefully start our Thieves Guild career with a bang. So let's go ahead and make our way there. It's a bit of a walk, but it's nothing too far. As long as you fast travel, things can be done a lot quicker.
I'm itching for some action.
Also, in case you guys were wondering or didn't know, yes, they will be doing a Dark Brotherhood DLC as well. It should be in second quarter 2016, but there hasn't been an official release date yet. I mean, you can't really have a Elder Scrolls game without the Dark Brotherhood, or the Thieves Guild for that matter. So considering we're playing Thieves Guild, you know Dark Brotherhood is to follow. Okay, so here are the docks now. Quen should be just down here, and we're gonna have a quick word with her and set sail to our destination.
You made it! I wasn't certain you... Well, I'm glad you're here. So, the details. We're headed to a remote patch of land called Fulstrom Homestead. It's owned by some Thane from Eastmarch. He's at war, but his staff and guards remain. We're looking for a relic called the Geovessan Skull.
So upon traveling on the ship, we are heading down to the Fulstrom Homestead to go ahead and get this job done. We have a high-prized object that is awaiting for us to take. You know, and as a thief, well, you got to enjoy your work. You got to enjoy the whole stealth aspect.
What's wrong? I have a few to spare, and I'm not judging you. Dry land, finally. Colder than I expected. Very, very cold. The manor should be up ahead. Are you ready? Of course. What about? There should be guards throughout the homestead. We're looking for a gatehouse. Once we're past the portcullis, the manor shouldn't be much further. That's where we'll find the Geovessan Skull. I need it for a buyer in a Boz Landing, which isn't important right now. Until we get the Geovessan Skull, there's no point in discussing payment.
Alright, so Quen has basically informed us that we need to take the Geovessan Skull. Now, this is the part of the DLC that I really like. It completely changes how you, you know, how you take on a level. If you like stealth gameplay, well, you're really going to enjoy this one. There's a lot of sneak-in required, so we're going to go ahead and try and make our way through this homestead without alerting too many guards. It's not as hard as it looks or seems, but we do have some hiding spots along the way. And honestly, this is probably my favorite part of this, my favorite part of the whole DLC in the game. You know what? It's the whole stealth aspect that really caught my eye in this DLC, which makes it the most fun for me, so we're gonna walk our way through here, try and make our way. There's guards everywhere. A couple of them have lanterns. There is a thing, though. If you do get spotted, it doesn't end the mission completely, but it does impede your progress, and it does make it a little bit trickier, because then there's gonna be a wanted level on you. So you got to be very, very careful when you're moving about. But you can stay in the shadows as long as just keep an eye on your meter. And it's relatively straightforward from there. So we're gonna make our way along the outskirts as opposed to just kind of charging in. Before we do, I don't want to do anything stupid. You think there'd be a couple of ways, you know, to do about it. You might be able to hop through the windows, but as you can see, there's a guard down there, so this guy's not really paying attention. There's one of the lantern guys I was mentioning, so we got to watch out for that. Heading down to the docks. swim our way across. Except that was a bit of a stupid idea. Ended up getting an achievement for dying in the cold, cold water. That is really all it... That's the only reason that we ended up dying. But fortunately, we can spawn right back where we were. And we were actually invisible for the time being. So you can actually use that. You can use deaths to your advantage. But the unfortunate thing about dying in this game is that when you do die, if you were fighting an enemy or you were doing you were making progress, it kind of gets reset. So say an enemy's health was halfway down, and you end up dying, you'll respawn sure in the same spot, but the enemy won't have any health left. So just got to avoid this guy up ahead. Barely avoided him there. Risky travels. He's like, what on earth is going on in that basket? That is a nice basket. It's truly fantastic, man. I love it. They don't know a thing. He's like, I don't know, man. Am I tripping? Even if he did spot us, what was he gonna do? I would do like a jack-in-the-box kind of a thing and scare him half to death. See, we've been detected already, but honestly, I don't think it really matters that much. I mean, I'm still being a little bit cautious along the way, just in case something a little bit worse happens. But there's always a way around. Those people are like, I'm gonna get the guards. The guards are gonna come and get you and take you away. But come on, bruh. Come on. You ain't gonna do a thing. You know you're not gonna do a thing. Oh. He's making his way down, so let's go around here.
You won't be so brave when the guard arrives.
So as I mentioned before, factions are a rather large point of this game, at least the Elder Scrolls. We're gonna try, but hold on, I'll mention this in a second. Let me just try and open this door. No dice.
That winch is a problem. One moment.
And I just have to wait, just look at her and be like completely outskilled, outmatched.
It's stuck. Try lifting the gate while I turn the winch.
All right, same time. She'll crank, I'll lift.
That's it. I knew we'd make good partners.
Fantastic. Oh dear, this is bad now. I've been trapped, I'm being cut up. My skill level isn't, my armor rather, isn't very good, so compared to what they're doing, I'm getting clamped, I gotta roll. This is just ending very poorly for me. My whole stealth brigade has just been halted. Not much I can do except run away and have trouble and then die. That's my goal. That's all I can do at the moment. All right, but we're spawning back. We're tough cookies, using this opportunity to go around. Working our way around the outskirts, because that's what you got to do, man. You got to work those outskirts. Make our way across. We're getting closer and closer to the area. We're right up out to the house at this point. But there's a few guards that patrol here, so we got to be careful. See, the guy's right in front. He's going to spot me. You know, one of the things I noticed upon playing this game was the drastic improvement that has been made, after some time. I mean, the PC version came out in 2014, and the console version just came out a little while ago as well. But there's been a lot of improvements, ever since beta form, obviously, and even since launch. Nothing's perfect, but this thing, it's so much better. It's so much smoother. I had no problems connecting, no real major issues overall. So I really got to say that they've done a good job, at least with these releases, making sure that it's up to snuff from what you need. So, which is a lot of fun. I mean, I'm having a blast as it is with this sucker right here. So we're almost at the area we need to. We're going in the basement. Oh, there we go. Getting a little bit close. Too close for comfort, in my opinion. Now, she said we could take whatever we wanted, but I'm going to go straight ahead. Now, right here, we have ourselves a bit of a key. Now, all you have to do is line up the images based on the items on the shelf here. So it looks like horn, candle, and skull. And that'll open up a hidden doorway off to the side. Or at least just the treasury room where the skull is located. Alright, so I had some fun stealing some stuff, but let's get the ball rolling and take the skull.
Surrender, thief! The manor is surrounded. Today the Iron Wheel brings you to justice.
What? Who are you?
Chief Inspector Ranbeek. We foiled your attempt to steal the Geovesan skull. Will you also confess to stealing Magnifica Felora's dowry?
What's a Felora?
See, it doesn't matter. Return the Geovesan skull and surrender, or face the consequences.
No idea what he means.
So we can choose what we want to do here. We can put the skull back, but you know what? I ball out on every level. Probably not the best choice, considering my abilities and everything are rather low right now, which is why I recommended you guys probably do a few missions and get your level up, get some better equipment, better weapons, better armor. But it was at least an attempt. I had to go out fighting. I couldn't go down surrendering. That's not what this is about. A thief does not surrender. He finds a way, no matter what you do. Unfortunately for me, it just, well, doesn't work every time. So I was forced to spawn, but it spawned me where I needed to be, which was really good. And made it a lot easier on me down the road, so.
Wake up, partner. We need to get out of here.
For all intents and purposes, that's what we needed to do, what we needed to do, so.
Who was that? What was all that about, with dowries and iron wheels? Nobody. Well, I sent word to the Thieves Guild of Abar's Landing. They were interested in acquiring the Geovesan skull. Abar's Landing was to be our next stop. But why would this iron wheel set an ambush here? Are you certain you've never heard of them? Of course, you're right. The iron wheel could return at any moment. We need to get out of here, and fast. Wait, did you hear that? There's someone coming. Who are you?
You don't know me yet, but I'm a friend. Quen, isn't it? Put on this uniform and head outside. The Iron Wheel won't detain a Windhelm guard.
There's no way I'm leaving here without my partner.
I only had one uniform. Go on, recover your boat and meet us by the catacomb exit. Then we can return to the Thieves Guild in Abar's Landing.
You're from the Thieves Guild? All right. I'll meet you both by the exit. Good luck, partner.
She'll be fine. Looks like we take the dangerous way around. Didn't realize there were two of you. Next time the Iron Wheel springs it. I'm Walk Softly, and we're currently fleeing the Iron Wheel. We can talk about the details once we've actually fled. Oh, what are your thoughts on spiders? When I was posing as one of the manor's guards, one of the actual guards mentioned these old catacombs, said there were a basket full of spiders. Unless that's an obscure nothing we should discuss right here. But I promise.
So it's so funny, Mr. Softly here. He's a scared. He's a scared one. He's afraid of spiders, which makes it pretty funny. But anyway, that's one of the cool things. I love how, you know, the whole Elder Scrolls environment and how the unique characters there are, and they all have their own personas, which makes me more and more excited for the Dark Brotherhood as well. I'm curious to see. That's going to take a more, like, serious approach. You know, it's going to be about murdering and assassinations over thievery, but both are still crimes, but both are carried out in unique fashions. Speaking of which, with the DLC that's coming out down the road, there's going to be quite the aggressive release. You know, every quarter there's going to be a new DLC in terms of, you know, you got Thieves Guild now, and then a few months you've got the Brotherhood as well, the Dark Brotherhood, which I love the Dark Brotherhood. That was one of my favorite set of missions when it came down to Elder Scrolls games, so There's some excitement for that, I'll tell you right now.
Guildmaster, who can explain why the Iron Wheel thinks you deserve the same fate they've inflicted upon us. It's an unpleasant fate. It involves branding irons.
You know, this game has a lot of support behind it, and I think that's a really, really good thing. A strong community means you can get a lot better releases, you know, better, you know, more and more DLC accordingly, and it's a great value.
I suggest Abba's Landing as soon as you're able. When you're up to it, we'll head
But now
to the
we're basically
Thieves
back.
It's
Mr. Walk Softly has brought us home, and he's gonna go ahead and give us an invitation to join the Thieves Guild. As he did, he gave us an invitation. We gotta go say hello to them. But first we'll talk with him and get some
Always
details.
a pleasant journey to Abba's Landing. Head to our Thieves Den. The Guildmaster awaits. Your partner and I will be along when she's hidden within an old cistern that's long forgotten.
A thief doesn't need to hear everything you have to say. Come on, man, I can find the Thieves Den. We have a little thing called the map. So we'll make our way there shortly here.
When you're up to it.
Alright, so approaching the Thieves Den. Now, the one thing I'm most excited for is getting my Thieves Guild armor. Or it's not necessarily armor, though. It's more of a costume, so it just changes the appearance of your currently equipped armor. But that's half the fun, so we're going to go ahead and check in with the leader of the Thieves Den here as soon as we can get something going. And she is going to hook us up with our robes and really get the Thieves DLC, the Thieves Guild DLC rolling. You gotta have that secret entrance. Hey buddy, how you doing?
Got a hangover.
Is this a good place to work? I don't know, I've heard a few things. What's the cut like? Just whips out a scroll. She's like, I'm busy, look busy.
Over here, we should speak. Walk Softly sent word of your time at Fulstrom Homestead. Said you slipped out from between the Iron Wheel's greedy fingers. I am, but call me Zira. Titles don't carry weight when you live in a cistern. Pretty bold of you and Quen to go after the Geovessen's skull. Did you know she sent a letter asking to set up a meet? Rookie mistake. The Iron Wheel read her mail. That's why I sent Walk Softly to pull you out. Don't get me wrong, Quen may be green, but she planned a real heist. The kind we used to pull off before the Iron Wheel captured or killed most of us. Bastards. You heard of Magnifica Valora? She's a noble from Tanith, with a substantial dowry in her family tomb. We tried to steal it, but we failed, and she hired the Iron Wheel to punish us. I hear their leader thought you worked for us. Want to make it official? If the great Chief Inspector Ron Beek thinks you're part of the guild, who am I to disagree? We need good thieves, capable thieves like you and Quen to pull ourselves out of the gutter. So, care to join the Thieves Guild? We have nowhere to go but up. Good. You aren't afraid of a challenge. The more you do for us, the more gold and respect you'll earn. Reputation goes a long way with us. I told you about our failed heist, the one that led the Iron Wheel to Abba's Landing. Someone pointed them in our... My gold is on Velsa. She was part of our Thieves' Council, the Guild's inner circle, but she retired just before the dowry heist. It might be coincidence, that's what I'd like to find out. You thieves should always travel separate. Said she'd earned our old guildmaster.
So upon getting my new robes, I kind of got excited and skipped a bit of her conversation. So we're going to equip it right now. Under costumes, if you're looking for it. Looking like a boss, man. I love the Thieves Guild outfits. They're so awesome. We're basically going to go out on a giant explosion of epicosity. But before we do that, I just want to let you guys know, if you're interested in checking this out, there is a link in the description if you want to find out some more information. But like I said before, this DLC released on PC and Mac on March 7th. So it's available as we speak. But it's coming out on Xbox One on March 22nd and PlayStation 4 on March 23rd. So just keep that in mind when you go take a look at it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be seeing you guys in some more content soon. See you guys later.
Who the man with the plan? If you feel trouble wildin' wild on these violent and DanQ8000. Wait a minute, hold that style is dialed in. Goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving fire back. If they ain't vibing, lie with that. Got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like Darth Vader. Players, grab your respirators. Night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters. Move like trash to bed intruder. Got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is not? Still you damn fools. Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that DanQ. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.